Yo, what's good, ladies and gentlemen? We are about 48 hours removed from this past Saturday's Marcos Maidana, Adrien Broner matchup. And, I mean, shit, what can I say, man? History was made as Marcos Maidana gives Adrien Broner his first loss of his career, becoming the brand new WBA welterweight champion. I want to say decisively beating Adrien Broner to unanimous decision. He managed to drop Broner twice in this fight, and this is the first time Broner's ever been dropped. And he was hurt in both instances. And, yo, man, like, Maidana is just a force that somehow, win or lose, he's always there and always there to fight. And a lot of questions were answered and a lot of questions were brought up after this fight, man, because Broner, to me, and I've said this from the very beginning, I think he has a lot of talent. I was just curious as to how serious he took the sport and maybe how quick his team and Golden Boy were pushing him forward. And you look at Canelo this year, and that's another guy that's, you know, they're trying to pattern into being a pay-per-view star, and he got stopped. I mean, he didn't get stopped literally, but he got stopped in his tracks by Floyd Mayweather. So in this instance, you know, this is another case. Broner, to me, I think he went to welterweight a little too quick. Some people are debating whether that's an excuse or not. I mean, I wouldn't consider it an excuse, but when you look at the level, also the level of guys that Maidana has faced, I mean, we're talking about Eric Morales, we're talking about Victor Ortiz, Devin Alexander, Kotelnik. I mean, he's fought guys. I mean, and as recent Josecito Lopez, who beat Victor Ortiz. I mean, these are guys that aren't. I mean, they're not. I don't want to say they're elite. Or at least Morales, when he fought him, he was an elite, but they're much better than what Broner's faced, and Maidana has won some and he's lost some, but he's always been in the fight somehow. So when this fight was being made, I was just like really interested because I wasn't impressed with Broner against Malignaggi, who's not a career welterweight either. So, you know, I didn't give a prediction for this fight, and to be honest, I didn't really tell a lot of people who I thought was going to win because I really didn't know who was going to win this fight. I genuinely did not know who was going to win this fight. So, you know, conventional wisdom will tell you Broner because he has the more talent and he has the more skill of the two, but what showed in this fight, man, was he has deficiencies in the defense department and with his footwork. I don't want to say he doesn't have any footwork, because I mean he was able to get away from certain shots and be kind of at the right distance at certain points. But I think most of the time when Maidana was pushing the fight, and this is why when people compared Broner to Mayweather, I'm like, you guys really don't know what you're looking at, man. He may roll the shoulder and look like Floyd when he does that, but if you see in this fight, that shoulder roll was not very effective because Maidana just pushed the fight, pressed and pressed, and he even admitted he felt Broner's punches, but in the same sentence, it was almost, he said something along the lines where he had a tougher time with Brandon Rios. So, you know, that's just like pissing on Adrien Broner's soul, like literally. But I mean, what can I say, man? Like, I mean, congratulations to Marcos Maidana. It's, you know, fighters like this, man, like I love to see them reach this height and have a victory like this because, yo, man, like Marcos Maidana is a tough guy not to be a fan of, man. He just comes to fight, and I love to see that. So the question now is like, where do these guys go from here? I mean, Marcos Maidana's career is just like exploded wide open with opportunities to. I mean, they're already mentioning a fight with him and Mayweather, but you know, if I'm Golden Boy, man, like put him in there with a good fighter and let him get, you know, make some money. You know, a fight with Danny Garcia can be down the road. A rematch with Broner, you know, I wouldn't want it next. I think Broner should honestly go to 140 and explore his options there, because I just don't think he belongs at welterweight right now. He's got time, man. He's 25 years old. Like I said, I think they pushed him too fast, and he really didn't fight. Or like I think Malignaggi was. There's an interview with Malignaggi and Danny Garcia where he called him something, laundry delivers or something like that. She was funny as hell, but in a way, man, I mean, Broner hasn't fought a lot of top caliber guys, so I mean, I think this was the first B-level opponent that he fought, and he got fucked up, man. So, but I give him props in the sense that he didn't quit. He was there. He fought. It's just he didn't have an answer for Marcos Maidana's pressure. He really didn't, man. I mean, and Marcos Maidana cut the ring off beautifully. Didn't let Broner set up, and you know, for the most part, man, just you know, you know, Maidana's defense isn't great. It's never been, but I think that's where the deficiency in the power with Broner at 147, you know, it's obviously non-existent, and you know, his defense is good but not great. So I think he should go to 140, just kind of mature as a fighter, mentally and physically. And with Marcos Maidana, I mean, like, it's almost sky's the limit at this point. He just has to keep winning. And for the Garcia camp, man, like, they've had a hell of a run, man, these past couple of years. So props to them. And I don't know who Broner should fight next. I mean, I'm just trying to think of, like, some people he can get in the ring with to kind of get his confidence back. But what I'll say is I can name a lot of fighters at 147 that'll beat Broner, like, with rather ease. So with that being said, we'll see what happens with Adrien Broner. I look forward to Marcos Maidana and who he could potentially fight from here on out. Maybe he gets a fight with Malignaggi. I mean, I really wouldn't want to see that, but I don't know. We'll see. As I always say, subscribe, hit the links, and I'll be back soon. Peace.